Welcome back. The Prime Minister is full of optimism when it comes to the newly reopened and revamped Castries Market. He says plans to expand and bring the Castries redevelopment plan to fruition continue full steam ahead despite the impact of COVID-19. The newly refurbished Castries Market was a sight for sore eyes for the UWP administration amid the challenges of navigating the COVID-19 crisis. As Prime Minister Alan Shastney joined other invited guests for the official unveiling of Phase 1 of the market's redevelopment, he expressed his satisfaction that the project has been brought to fruition to the benefit of local vendors.
This is one of the more important projects I think that we're undertaking during this term. The Castries Market has been crying for attention for many years, and I think that this starts raising the standard for our vendors, but more importantly signals the beginning of an expansion and improvement of the overall Castries Market. And it's not just a physical building, but the work that our Export St. Lucia, small business organizations are all going to be doing to uplift now the business activity at the Castries Market.
The Castries Market will serve as the nucleus for the overall Castries redevelopment project. The Prime Minister has noted that there will be continued expansion of the Castries Market redevelopment project and the fulfillment of other projects as part of the overall Castries redevelopment plan.
Part of the COVID stimulus program is to get as much construction going as possible. So we are working with the World Bank to repurpose one of the loans that we had to continue with the expansion of this project right away. We're also working with the Taiwanese and also with the EU for the funding for the redevelopment of Castries. So that's Constitution Park, as well as the redevelopment of the Derek Walcott Square and the Bonanza area.
The Prime Minister says these are top priority projects that are set to get underway with immediate effect. Minister for Labour Stephenson King, in observance of Labour Day on the 1st of May, addressed the nation under the theme Creativity in Adversity, Building Resilience Through Decent Work. Minister King commended workers and the public in general for finding innovative ways to continue earning a living where they can and implored the nation to exhibit patience and faith and ensure there is balance between mental and physical health as the dynamics of the COVID-19 fight continue to evolve. COVID-19 has brought about unprecedented challenges which have disrupted St. Lucia's workforce and the lives of policymakers. In his Labour Day address on the 1st of May, Minister for Labour Stephenson King called on the public to seize all the opportunities to help stir the economy.
It's also a period of opportunity through creativity in adversity. It's a period to strengthen our resolve and build our resilience by upholding the 8th Sustainable Development Goal of decent work and economic growth. This period of adversity, a time of unemployment, layoff, downtime, shutdown and recovery, should be utilized effectively to reflect and make sensible decisions that will safeguard our emergence.
King says during such times of adversity, worker creativity must be recognized to avoid any collapse in the workforce. He says COVID-19 has brought into focus the island's vulnerabilities and is compelling the nation to adjust to what might be the new normal.
Out of necessity, worker creativity must be recognized, harnessed, and revealed, while employer economic potential, capacity, and ability must be harmonized and underpinned to avert any collapse in the world of work. COVID-19 has brought into sharp perspective our vulnerabilities, our shortcomings, and our weaknesses, yet challenges us to discover the numerous opportunities presented. As a people, we are compelled to do some introspection into our daily lives, our culture, behavior, and practices as we adjust to the new normal. Against the background of shutdowns and curfew, we are compelled to slow down and contemplate our current status and destination in life, our marketability, creativity, skill set, and the prospects of our once perceived secured jobs.
The Minister for Labour has indicated that the Department of Labour is aiming to launch a refocused work agenda given the new work environment.
The Labour Department will soon launch a refocused work agenda reflecting the following: formalization of the social dialogue agenda, completion of the ongoing review of the Labour Act and its regulations, development of a workers' social economic exogenous shock system to withstand occurrences such as COVID-19, overhauling the labor market information system, building capacity in the Occupational Health and Safety Unit, and the restructuring and rebranding of the Labour Department.
Minister King has asked that in such a period of uncertainty and anxiety that the public be reminded that it is also an opportunity to be creative, as seen with the creation of various face masks and farmers who are now using technology and offering delivery services. He has also advised that members of the public strike a healthy balance between their physical pursuits and their mental health. It is the belief of Prime Minister Alan Shastney that a 6-month provision of social stabilization packages would spell disaster for St. Lucia's economy. Following heated debates on the plans for the 2020-2021 budget, the Prime Minister said his administration seeks to generate new employment opportunities which will allow people to earn a living instead of asking for handouts or waiting on government intervention.
During his final statements at the debate on the estimates of revenue and expenditure for the 2020-2021 budget, Prime Minister Alan Shastney regarded the continuation of capital projects as a critical undertaking for the government in the wake of COVID-19.
Recognizing that we do not control when the international borders are going to open, and understanding, Mr. Speaker, how much money tourism generates both directly and indirectly through jobs and through taxation. Recognizing those things, Mr. Speaker, how do we replace that revenue? How do we make sure that we give ourselves an opportunity to get to the 950 million? And so that's why, Mr. Speaker, keeping the capital projects in play is critical. The capital projects, Mr. Speaker, have zero implications to your local revenue.
The PM emphasized that a multitude of sectors are set to benefit from these projects and touted great opportunities for job creation in the wake of record unemployment rates. He said given these are all pre-funded projects, it is an opportunity to bring more cash into the country and supplement economic stabilization efforts.
We don't have to find money every month to pay for those projects. These are projects that are already funded. These are new monies coming into St. Lucia, Mr. Speaker. We can continue to raise money to provide subsistence allowances to persons who are unemployed, Mr. Speaker. And even 3 months is a challenge. And I would say to you that it would be catastrophic if we had to go 6 months under that formula, versus borrowing money from the outside that was already negotiated, shovel-ready projects, move to expedite those projects faster to create jobs for people. And you achieve two things. You achieve two things because the spirit of St. Lucians are to do for themselves. That's what the spirit is. The spirit is not to stay locked up in a house, but to get out and work and to know that I earn my money every month.
Prime Minister Shastney expressed his belief that the St. Lucian people are not ones to sit with their hands out, but instead are people who prefer to reap benefits following the satisfaction of a hard day's work. As such, he claimed his administration is working to provide such opportunities, which will see the newly unemployed reintegrated into the workforce. Hot 7 News, I am Jacques O'Day.
This is the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Sports and weather are coming up after the break.